Okay, I got another or a, a collection of dreams to record. I don't know. So it was, I guess, two or three dreams, and where one was a lucid dream. First of all, oh shit, I just remembered more from it. Um, well, it's how the fuck? Okay, I don't remember many details at all about the start of this one, but I think I was way younger in the dream, and I got fucking kidnapped or something. Although it wasn't like super, or it wasn't necessarily traumatic or anything. I was not in a lab, but in a very, I don't know, um, sanitized area. I don't know what to call it at all. Um, but I was trapped in some sort of fucking box thingamabob. But they did it absolutely horribly, so I could super easily get out. And apparently there were other of those boxes right next to me because there were a bunch of other people who were also captured. So we super easily got out and walked around in the weird facility, I guess, where we then found a very large area. It was like I don't know how universal this is, but it was like a school indoor. Do you call it gym? When I hear the word gym, I always think of like a place where you have a bunch of like gym equipment where you, I guess, strain your muscles a lot and stuff to get stronger. But when I'm in gym, I'm in more like a school school gym, meaning like a really big open place where you can do activities and stuff. I don't know, probably a bad explanation, but whatever. Yeah, we saw a giant school gym where we went in. We saw like a booth, I guess, um, where there was a game going on. And we went there. Or at least I expected, because they, from my understanding, were people who were responsible for the fucking kidnapping or whatever. Yeah, or right, I didn't say what I expected. I expected them to be like shocked, like, oh, how did you get out and stuff, but they didn't react in the slightest to that. They just like invited us to play the game. The game was whack. That's not very surprising though. So, in my understanding of it, which is very limited, and it's not like it made perfect sense anyway, was that you took turns playing, or actually, I don't know if you took turns, but you had like two different roles. One was one where you like built a base, I guess, I don't know. You had, they're kind of, what are they called? Come on. In Swedish, it's kulor. What the fuck are they? Like small glass balls, glass beads that are often used as toys. I guess it was way more popular way in the past when we didn't have like fucking smartphones and shit. Oh, young people and their smartphones these days. Oh, what? I don't remember what they're called, but whatever. It was kind of like is it beads? Whatever. Like beads, but they were bubbles. Um, I don't know if it had any if it behaved differently when placing them down, but when like before you had placed them down, when you like I don't know stored them, like how you with the like glass beads would have to store them in like a bag or something when not playing with them. These bubbles you stored by like merging them into each other. It was weird. Well, kind of like bubbles you get when blowing. Bubbles from like a liquid solution or whatever. Kind of how the bubbles merge together there. You could do it with these two, and they were kind of hard to separate, and also didn't do it in like one straight line. They clumped up and stuff, and it was weird. I right. I had to do that, like use these bubbles, get like 10 or something, but I couldn't get 10 in my like cluster. I always like miscounted or like got too many and stuff. Now I realize because it was a dream and counting is dog shit in dreams, but or it like having specific amounts to be specific is dog shit. But yeah, I just got way too many, and after a while of trying, I just fucking gave up. I was like, oh, whatever, I'll just keep track in my head of how many I have used and stop once I get to 10, instead of actually getting 10 in the cluster. So what you were supposed to do, I think, was like to place all of this these bubbles down. Yeah. Well, I mean, the rules changed once I played a bit more, so maybe I'll just try to do it as I and whatever, how I experienced it. So I like placed down the bubbles, and then there was another roll which I also had later on, because then it turned out that I think my sister had placed the bubbles, but the other roll was that you were trying to destroy their bubbles, which was kind of like a base or something. And you of course did that with a tornado, because there was some weird contraption they had. It looked like a, let's see, roughly like one cubic, no, square, 1 square decimeter, so like 100 square centimeters of like a metal sheet with weird folds and serrated teeth. Well, serrated teeth. I'm too tired. What's the difference between teeth and serrated teeth? Or does something being serrated mean that it has teeth? God damn it. But yeah, it had like teeth that were angled a bit weirdly, because those were supposed to be not aerodynamic, but like affect the surrounding air in a way to create a tornado. Even in the dream, I thought like, whoa, what, does it work like that? That's weird. But yeah, the metal sheet thing was attached to a string. And when you like spun that string a bunch, I don't remember the mechanism of doing that. Oh right, it literally, there was none, or the mechanism was your hands. So you just had to like spin it manually, which was very difficult. But yeah, once you spun it to a certain speed, like the metal sheet literally turned into like a mini tornado, like a tornado you see in I don't know, animated media, or I mean maybe real life. So I don't know how the fuck a tornado looks in real life, luckily. But like a fucking cone of fucking solid wind. That's what it looked like. And then I had to like throw it, or like glide it on the board, and it worked like a Beyblade almost, in the sense that it like balanced on the top and like kept moving, I guess. But yeah, I threw it or deployed it, I don't know, a couple of times to destroy the thing, I don't know. And that was pretty much it there from what I can remember. Then transitioned into the other dream, which was where there was someone who was close to me that had a farm of some sort, or farm or business or something, that I completely fucked up. Oh shit, random third dream. I remember my mom teaching me new cooking method. I don't know if it was like a cooking method. It had to do with like frying pans. I don't know if that's the thing that was new, or if she was doing something with like new ingredients and testing that out. Yeah, I don't remember. It was the. It was weird though. It was. I think she was making something similar to pancakes, um, but the pancake batter had like noodles or spaghetti. I don't fucking know. In them, so it was weird. Um, that's pretty much all I remember from that one. Back to the other one, and there was someone close to me who had a farm or a business. I called it a farm in the dream, but I guess it was more. I don't know. That I completely ruined accidentally, which I felt super bad about. Again, I have no idea how I did this. I just know that I did somehow. So I tried to fix it after a while. Or it was like at first I didn't fix it because I guess they said that it was fine or something. But then later in the dream, I thought like, no, this is fucked. I have to fix it for them. Even though it's like, because apparently it was like a big farm, even though in the dream it was like not even 10 by 10 meters. But yeah, I thought like, no, I have to fix it for them, even if it takes my whole life, I guess. Because yeah, in the dream, I guess the farm was way bigger, so it would have taken way more money and resources and whatever. But yeah, in the dream, I thought like, oh, I'm gonna make sure to yeah, fix it. How no matter how long it takes. Let's see. Lying down now. I didn't have to say that. It's irrelevant. Let's see. I have like 10 points to go through, and I've gone through like 2 right now. Actually, I'm more than 10. But I don't think the other ones are gonna take as long, so hopefully the video isn't 2 hours long. But then the dream transition kind of into, or actually not transition, I think it was just like more detail got added or whatever, which was that the person I was trying to fix the farm of was, I don't know if it was I think it was a dad and not my dad, and then there was also a mom, and they had like a very different features. I think the only one I remember was that the dad had like very detailed eyes, I guess. I don't know how to say, like fucking whack ass anime eyes with like a lot of detail on the what is they called? What are they called? Come on, eyelashes. I think that's what they're called. And I guess like eye color was also pretty intense, like very intense orange or something. And they had a bunch of sons and daughters. All the sons had like a dad's features, like the eyes and stuff, and all the daughters had moms, which I don't remember what that was. I don't know if my dream made it clear at all. Uh, do, 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 yeah, and they were like all the sons and daughters were in 2 groups, like the, I don't know, daughter group and son group, because all of them had like very stereotypical interests, like oh, the boys wanted to play like intense games or something, or the girls wanted to play with, I don't know, whatever girls play. But then later they like merged together, or maybe it was that I in the dream thought of like, oh, they could play together in this way or something. And I just like got the idea, or it actually happened. I don't know which, but it was that they would come up with uh, a play. Do you say that in English? I don't know how to say it. Something to play that both liked, which in the dream was that, from what I can remember, that the daughters played something about family or something, and the boys, the sons, played that they like defended that family against something. That's all I can remember from that. Let's see. Right. The point I was in when thinking of all this, because I think it was it was partly like oh, I could see the sons. I think I never saw the daughters, just the sons, and then the rest might have just been me thinking, like imagining, and then since it was a dream, it actually like took effect. I don't know, but I was outside in the dark, um, and I thought like, oh, I have to get home now, and I in the dream I figured that I could fly, and I could fly really rapidly. I can always fly in lucid dreams, but it wasn't lucid yet. It wasn't lucid yet. Yeah, whatever. I yeah, so I like rapidly flew in a direction, stopped, and then saw the house, rapidly flew into it. It was like super strange that like a ton of what are they called? Floors or levels that were connected by just like holes in the floor. Well, not holes, that makes it sound like someone just like fucking broke a hole into it, but no, that was like it was almost like a 3D maze kind of. So I like flew up a couple of stories, braced my, or not braced, but stopped my momentum by like flying into a wall and cushioning my, well, not, you can't call it fall, cushioning my momentum, I guess, with my feet and almost said feet and legs, I mean feet and arms, or legs and arms. And then I noticed like, wait, isn't this a lucid dream? I can fly and shit. Or no, the realization hit me instantly. Basically, I thought like, oh right, I'm lucid dreaming right now, because right before then I was like imagining how it would be lucid dreaming, or that like this scenario is, or it was so strange. I felt how the dream was transitioning into a lucid dream, even though my interpretation of the dream didn't uh, transition into anything. I just realized the dream just somehow transitioned into one that was lucid, where I then instantly realized like, oh wait, right, this is lucid and not what I'm imagining is. I'm actually dreaming right now, and I am lucid. And so I went out to the balcony because there was one. I don't know. It was still dark, which sucked, but whatever. I'm used to it. I tried to get a Pokemon ball to appear in my pocket. I've talked about this before, but that's a method I use to make things happen, basically. And it didn't fucking work. I think that was the case when I had a previous lucid dream too. That is like a method that has always worked, but recently I've not been able to do it well at all. So yeah, I definitely need more training there. I don't know exactly why it's happening. Why such a basic thing is something I can't do anymore. But I at least have some methods of training it. But I haven't done it because I'm dumb. But yeah, I tried to get a Pokemon to appear, couldn't. I tried to get a like small stone to appear in my pocket, And that worked. So I thought like, oh great, well since that works, the Pokemon ball is gonna work now. And I did it, didn't fucking work. In the dream even I got annoyed. Or in the lucid dream it is different now. So like I tried to think like, oh what should I do then since I can't control stuff well. And then I remembered, that like a couple of years ago when I had a lucid dream, or at least a dream, I don't remember exactly. I flew into the into space, or into the sky, I guess would be more uh, correct in that context. Into like, I zoomed into like a star, which then transitioned the environment I was in into like a weird space station thing. I don't remember. No, it wasn't a space station, but it was like a wacky place. So I thought like, oh well, I guess I can do that again, because when I looked up in the sky, I didn't just see stars, but I saw like really weird, celestial bodies. I saw what the fuck was it? Was it a sun? Which of course is a star, but it's like really big, and it wasn't as bright because I could look at it. I think it was bright, like it was supposed to be a star, but I could like look at it without my eyes hurting, and I see like weird texture in it. I saw some other things that were more surreal, I think, but I don't remember them. But yeah, I tried flying to them, and it was really hard because they were, whenever I like flew to them, it was as if I flew in another direction because they suddenly like turned away from my field of view and just disappeared. It's like a glitchy video game. Okay, this is gonna be a horrible comparison, but it's like no one is gonna get this, I think. But it's kind of as in Lethal Company when you try to scan for the entrance, but it's bugged, so the like marker position is fucking somewhere else. But then when you move, even though you think the marker is like, oh, it's just like in a background element that is wrong or something, when you try to move, it then suddenly just it's not even on a point in 3D space. It just um, goes to the side of your screen all of a sudden, even though it makes no three-dimensional sense. That's kind of what I experienced here. So the things just disappeared. But then there were one thing at least that I was able to actually go to. And guess what? It was just my brain being a fucking asshole again. Because it wasn't a planet. No, it was just like a 30 to 50 centimeter in diameter, or size at least, fucking image in 3D space. Again, like it's a game. It's just like an image without collision that was flying in space. Like a flat image in collision. Flat image in collision. Flat image in a game without collision. Yeah, so that wasn't fucking anything I could go to. But then when I was trying to get to that thing, oops, or rather where that image was flying was like in a market. So now I was only like, I don't know, 3 meters above the ground instead of like light years. Yeah, here was brighter, but yeah, so I figured like, oh, whatever, I can't do anything else. I'll just go into a color store, because apparently this store focused on colors, even though later I realized I just sold normal items. I don't know, or normal like just generic items, for like home decor and I don't know. But yeah, I figured that they focused on color, and for a couple of years I've thought like, oh no, you can definitely not see. Uh, God damn it, you cannot see new colors in dreams because, well, we just can't experience that. Um, but then recently I've looked way more about on like YouTube videos, I guess, discussing the topic of our perception, I guess, where they talked about some I don't remember what it's called, but a very rare amount of people have 4 color cones instead of 3 in our eyes, so they can see like way more colors. And well, I don't have that. I just have a cringe ass normal 3-cone vision. But yeah, it's not like those people have like a completely different brain, right? They just, the way they perceive colors, or how do you say it? Like the qualia, yeah, whatever. The qualia of seeing like colors isn't anything that's like oh me. It's not like oh I'm using 100% of the possible qualia for seeing colors. There could be more. I don't fucking know. Yeah, but because of this, I've been interested recently in seeing or focusing on dreams. What? Focusing on colors in dreams. Um, so even at the start when I was in the balcony, I tried to like focus on colors, even though it was very like muted, mostly dark or desaturated at least colors. But then I made the conclusion like, oh, these colors look normal, because I remember hearing somewhere that like, oh, scientists aren't sure if we actually see colors the same we do in real life, or if we just like see them and then when we try to read, what is it called? Like think back on the dream after waking up, our brain maps our experience to colors we're familiar with, but in the dream you actually see wacky stuff. And I mean, in lucid dreaming, to my understanding, you can actually kind of test that, and like see when, since you are conscious about what's happening in the dream, you can like look at shit and conclude like, oh, is this normal? Does this feel normal or not? But yeah, even in the store, there were way more saturated colors and everything looked normal there. Um, Also, another reason why I'm interested is because I've actually experienced this before, kind of at least. Um, Once pretty recently, got a dream where I saw like a not cloth. Well, I guess cloth works, like fake fur cloth, whatever. That was super fucking purple, and it looked really pretty. But I felt like, oh, this isn't something I can replicate in real life at all. Although it could have been not just the color; it could have also been the texture of the fur, like oh, how it reflects off of light and stuff. Yeah, so that one might not be relevant, but it was really fucking pretty. And then also being able to quote unquote see transparency, because in dreams, it, at least for me, doesn't really transition into darkness or anything. It just transitions into PNG transparency, which is weird. I've never been able to like, or I mean, I can half, like I can kind of think about how it's experienced when I'm actually dreaming, but yeah, I can focus on it. But point being, just I know I've experienced this before, so I thought like, oh, I can maybe try to force it to get cool, weird colors. So I asked the store clerk or whatever it's called, like, oh, can you show me some weird colors? And she showed me something, and I thought like, and I said like, no, I mean colors that you can only see in dreams. And she went like, oh, okay. And she went to like a stuffed toy teddy bear, or 2 of them, I think. I don't remember what the color was called. I just remember the word bean being in it. But let's just, it's not super important for the sake of argument. Let's just say it's called bean orange. So she showed me 2 teddy bears and said like, okay, look, this one is bean orange. However, this one, which you can only see in dreams, is orange bean. And I thought like they're the exact fucking same color. So I thought like, oh, okay, this isn't gonna work. I will probably have to use the fucking Pokeball for this if I want any chance to get it working. Or just be more conscious in the lucid dream, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so that was a failed experiment. Um, and then after that, I woke up. Uh, I had a false awakening, meaning that I dreamt that I woke up, thinking that I woke up. But I mean, the thinking part isn't really necessary as long as you just have you think you wake up, but you're still in the dream. Nope, whatever. You get my point, or at least you get what I'm roughly saying. um, yeah, I had a false awakening, and apparently I was like writing a report or something on, or some scientific literature on how we perceive colors in dreams. And then there was like a fucking narrator or something. It could have literally been me who was the narrator. I don't know. Said something about like, oh, um, even though the results were kind of unsatisfying, he, referring to me, did everything in like a proper manner, did the like scientific method and stuff, and now there's like a concrete conclusion, blah blah blah, and even and I in the dream. So I guess I maybe wasn't the narrator. I remember thinking like, wait, what I did? I didn't like. I've barely done any work. I just like lucid dreamed once and didn't get what I wanted. It's not like everything's or like it's not like I'm done yet. Um, and then I remember writing or drawing some weird diagram thing in my scientific paper. Um, damn. It might have been like a straight line up, and then like multiple lines spanning out from that line to the upright at a 45-degree angle. I don't know, something with the multiple segments at 45-degree angles at least. No clue what they meant, but I did that. Let's see. Oh right, whilst the narrator was talking, it was like a really, what do you call it? Not satisfying, but like the conclusion of a film or piece of media or anything or something. So it was like not dramatic. What is it called? It just had like a big sense of finality to it. In the background, I could hear a song. It's so annoying. I don't know what you call it in English. Do you still call it a song when there's no lyrics, or is it just like a music track or whatever? I heard a music track that I really really like, and it sounds so. Is ethereal the right word? I don't know. But yeah, I really love that song. And I heard it in the background whilst the narrator was saying shit, like if it was the end of a movie or something. Not like end of movies are typically like that, but whatever. That's what I got in the dream, I guess. I don't remember what the dream is. Nope, what the song is called right now. Just kidding. I think it's called the Downpour something something or something something Downpour something something. But I'll link it in the description probably. Yeah, because it sounds so good. Oh, I love it. Yeah. So, but from my recollection of it, it was like 1-to-1 that. So, yeah, if you listen to that, you'll hear pretty much exactly what I heard in my dream, I guess. Well, I mean, I say it in a way like, oh, it's so cool. This song 100% replicated what I heard in my dream, when it's actually the opposite, where it's me replicating that song. Um, yeah, whatever. I think I'm finally done with the recording. Oh God, wait, have I recorded for as long as I think I have? Oh, okay, it's a tiny bit less. I thought it was 40 minutes, but still 35 minutes. It's pretty insane. Uh, yeah, this is why I don't fucking write my logs. I wouldn't be done writing until the like end of the day. May, maybe I'll be able to do it more quickly if I learn stenography. I'm currently doing that, but I'm not done yet learning. Not that I'm just slow, but I'm not done learning all the like key combinations and shit. I'm currently on the right sides. What are they called? Well, I don't remember the terminology, but like the right side sounds. Um, yeah, but if I get super quick at stenography, maybe it'll be quicker to write my or like log my dreams with stenography instead of voice. Uh, yeah, I'm probably done now, so I'll end the recording and upload it to YouTube. Big ass audio spike. Sorry if I burst your eardrums. I'll stop stalling. I'll just stop the recording now. Bye bye.